I'm going to show you a video of Utah on the bite suit with me, just about a minute and a half clip, and I'm going to show you some stuff in the end there. But I want this to be clear when you're watching this, because I get messages all the time when people see me in the bite suit with dogs, and these people are supposedly experts and stuff like that. And I've been told this for many years, that I should never let one of my dogs bite me in a bite suit, because that's going to make it aggressive, and that's going to make the dog attack me and all this kinds of stuff, and that I'm doing aggression and this and this. And this is from people that supposedly train dogs, and some of them actually, man, it's crazy. This is just a super misunderstanding about dogs and about what I do and about this stuff. Let me make a few things clear here. This is a game, okay? I am playing a game with this dog, and the bite suit is a big toy, okay? There's a difference if you're training a protection dog to go bite somebody, and when you're just playing with your dog, okay? I am not making these dogs a protection dog to go bite anybody. I don't want that. I don't need that. I am taking dogs and they are playing with me, and the bite suit is just a big toy. It's like a really big tug, and it's cool because it's personal, and you can do a lot of things with that suit in that dynamic with this dog that you can't do with a toy with a sleeve and stuff and that kinds of stuff. It's just a different dynamic with a dog and a different interaction with a dog if you know what you're doing, okay? It does not make the dog bite you. It does not make the dog aggressive. The dog, the way I do it, clearly understands that this is a game and we're playing this game. And you really, the big thing here is you teach the dog understands that, like with all of play, with all of this stuff, with all of whether it's a tug, whether it's a sleeve, I bring in helper, decoy. I never want the dog to think that this is something he does and I am just barking commands at him, and I am interrupting him, stopping him from, if I say the out, I'm going to stop him from what he wants to do, and I'm just kind of there to get in the way and to try to make him do things away from the thing that he wants to do. I have to change the picture into this is something that we do together, and that I guide you to doing it better. And that's where the magic comes into all of this stuff. So when he's on the suit with me, this is something we do together. This is an intrinsically reinforcing activity that we do together, and I guide him. And the guy, when I guide, he understands. He understands that I guide him. He knows how I guide him, and he understands that I guide him to make this better. Same thing when a helper comes, decoy comes, and that becomes me and the dog against that person. And in the context of a game, this is still a game, and I guide the dog. If I want to train a real protection dog, it's a different situation. It's still me and him against somebody, and I still guide the dog. But you're going to do different things to actually get a protection dog. Protection sport is not real protection work. It's different, okay? This dog is not gonna suddenly attack me when I don't have the suit on. I've showed this many times with my dogs, and I play with them with that suit on, and they look crazy, ferocious, and this is what dogs do. This is what they love. This is fun. I take the suit off, and they still want the suit. Put the suit back on. Zico is always like, come on, put the suit back on. I want to bite more. He jumps on me, licks me in the face. Put the suit on, man. Put the suit on, right? Because he knows that is the toy. Utah, the video you're going to see here, I show minute and a half or so, but then I clip to the end, and I have the suit top on still, and I bend down, and he kisses me in the face. We've been fighting and this and that in the context of a game. We fight and this and that, and then he licks me in the face. You notice I only have the bite suit top on here. Why? Because this isn't a dog that's aggressive to me and that might attack me, and I need protection. I need my legs, protected. This isn't a protection dog that's been trained to make the opportunistic bite, and you can train that way. I've done that. You can train a dog to get opportunistic bite, and you need the full suit for these kinds of dogs. No, I'm wearing a toy. I don't need the pants because he's gonna bite the toy, just like he bites a tug, just like he bites any toy. You teach him where to target where he's supposed to bite, right? He's not gonna bite my legs because there's no toy there. Right, so this whole thing that dogs are so stupid that they can't understand that I'm just wearing a toy. That's what these people messaging me think. They really think that dogs are so stupid that they're not going to understand. They're going to think it's me, and if I don't have the suit on, attack me. Man, they don't understand dogs. They don't know how to train dogs. Are there some dogs I would not do this with? Yeah, there are. There are. But the vast majority of dogs, and I've had some badass dogs that you can do this with, man. You know what I mean? You have to know what you're doing, of course. Right? I'm not telling everybody to go put on a bite suit and just let your dog bite you in the suit. You should know how to do this. Go to somebody who understands this kind of thing if you want to get involved with this kind of a stuff. But to message me and believe that if you let your dog bite you in a bite suit, it's going to get aggressive to you, you're clueless. Clueless. Right? You don't know what this is all about. It's clearly in the context of a game that I've taught this dog, and this is clearly I'm wearing a toy. And I mean, I can get the fight. In the context of this game, watch Utah here. Watch how he thrashes and stuff like that. He loves this game, right? And it's so cool for this kind of a dog. But understanding the dogs, understanding how to teach this, understanding the difference between this and a real protection dog. I mean, how many times, if you know this stuff, how many times are protection dogs, supposedly people buy protection dogs, even police dogs, and they send the dog and it doesn't go bite. It doesn't go bite the person because it will only bite the bite suit, the toy, right? That's what it knows to bite. They fail all of the time. I can't tell you how many people have come to me because they bought an expensive protection dog, and it was not a protection dog at all. I had a guy come to me. He spent over $100,000 on a Czech Republic German Shepherd protection dog, and he said this dog is badass and this and that, and he couldn't control the dog. If it saw anybody, it was exploding and stuff like that. So I said bring it. I evaluated it, and the dog saw me and it lit up. I'm looking at it and I could tell it's all show no go. The dog's just scared, and so I stepped in, postured, and the dog almost shit itself, hid behind this guy once I stood up. Nobody had ever stood up to this dog. The guy was shocked, and I said, man, you got ripped off. And I've seen that over and over again, right? So you know, the same guy that will tell me rip this guy off $100,000 for this fake protection dog is going to tell me you can't let your dog bite you in a suit because it'll get aggressive to you. These people don't know what they're doing and stuff. The dog training world is just such a big con, man. Anyway, you can see this for this kind of dog. He loves this, man, and you do this right. We have a special bond when we do these things together. It's the opposite of him going to get aggressive to me or anybody else. He's not going to get aggressive to anybody else because he's playing with me with this toy. This is part of how I have these how I have these dogs not aggressive. If you don't understand that, you really don't understand dogs. It's the opposite of what most people think. All right, so here's you taught on the suit here, and I show and I click to the end. So you get idea here. He licks me. Anyway, this is a big game. It's a context of a game, and if you know how to do this, it's wonderful for the right dogs.